changes to the lineup for tonight?
Verse.
Anything new with Hathaway? Is he okay?
John, I know we talked about Matvey being a little bit worn out going into the break. Are you trying to watch his ice time coming out of the break, or how do you just
playing him?
Yeah.
Playing him where I think he should be playing. I'm not monitoring his ice time.
What's your concern level on him? Maybe getting worn out throughout the course of the second half, like maybe the first half.
We're going to play him. We're trying to win. He's been playing well. I'm going to put him in those spots. I don't think I just don't have the slide rule as far as that concerned. I'm just going to play him and see where we go.
You've alluded a few times that there was going to be growth needed with him throughout the season. Is there an area of his game, either with the puck, away from the puck, where you're most proud of that he's grown from where you guys started in September to kind of where you are now, game 60 for him?
Both. I mean, he still makes a ton of mistakes away from the puck, but he is he's done a really good job with that. Better than I expected as far as understanding play away from the puck. We still a ways to go, but that's the fine line of me coaching him and not I don't need him to be perfect. I don't want him to be perfect. I want the biggest part of the game we want from him is that offensive part. But just to give him a foundation of away from puck, I think we're so deep into that, deeper than I ever thought we would be in the first year.
Is the communication, the way the communication's growth, the way you're able to talk with him and have him understand everything you need him to understand, is that maybe the biggest thing? And has that gone maybe faster than even you thought?
That's gone along quite, because I don't use Slava that much anymore. I talked to him one-on-one, just met with the team and did some 3-on-3 stuff. He was on the tape, and I'm speaking to him in front of the team, him and I, just like I do with every other player right now. So there are certain situations that I want to make sure I'm just not sure he does understand. That's when I'll use Slava, but I haven't. That has got to be. We can't fall on that all the time using an interpreter. There needs to be communication eventually, consistently as we go through this, and that's moved right along too. I'm really happy as far as how the year's gone with him, and all the things we have thrown at him. I think he's handled it really well.
John, obviously tonight, Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee are coming back to Philadelphia. I know before the break you had mentioned that at some point you wanted to reach out to them to chat with them. Did you have a chance to do that over Four Nations?
I didn't realize how busy I was going to be in that Four Nations. I have not been able to. I will. Again, I had a chance just a couple minutes before they left. I was going to call them, but I'd rather not do it on the phone. I'd rather do it face to face. We'll get to one another eventually. I think they're concentrating on a new team. I don't want to bug them either. I was hoping to call them in the Four Nations, but on vacation, and we were slammed in the Four Nations. It was really busy, and so I've just kind of left it alone for now.
I know you've said that you don't pay close attention to other teams. You're focused on your team. Have you kept an eye on them since the trade?
Not really. No, and it's certainly no disrespect to them, but we're just locked into our team and haven't spent much time watching that or them at all.
Where are you on Konechny right now? I know you were maybe not thrilled with how he was going into the break. He's kind of hit a little bit of a snag goal scoring. How much do you need him to kind of pick it up and lead the way if you want to go on a run here?
Yeah, we're still scoring goals. He's still involved in the offense, but he's frustrated. I think the biggest thing I'm with him is that he can't get himself tied up into a fit. It really hurts him if he gets involved in that. So I think he's trying to just allow it to come to him. I'm going to put him in the spots. I let him off the other night, hoping that he'd score a goal, just to try to get him in the shootout, just to try to get him to feel good about it. It went the other way. I don't know what type of move that was, but I don't think he knows what type of move that was. And that's where he's at right now. It's just so much thinking. So that's where I'm at. Stop thinking. You hurt the team. Just play.
I think in the past you've joked about maybe a team can be at home for too long. How do you view this homestand as an opportunity to really kind of push this thing forward? It seems like the golden opportunity really for you guys to
Yeah,
make a run.
yeah. I haven't really viewed it at all in any way. I just view it as we got Calgary, and again, I'm not. I just when you're down to short strokes here, 20 plus, and you just take one game at a time. We've played pretty well out of the break. As I said yesterday, we just want to try to keep the momentum. And when you're at home, you're always, as a coach, you're always worried about the concentration level. Just with families and stuff and other stuff going on when you're at home, I just want them concentrated on each and every game. We're not going to practice much. I've gone through the year's schedule. We just don't have any time to practice. So I just want to make sure we are as best as we can be with our concentration level when we play the games and not getting too far ahead.
I know it's a point of pride for you when the team sticks up for each other. When Garnett got hit in that Pittsburgh game, how did you view the reaction? I don't think the guy played much after that. Did you think someone should have challenged him, or were you?
I don't think there was any opportunity. I think he played 3 or 4 minutes anyway. Yeah. No, I don't think the opportunity was there. It's so far back in my mind right now. It was a bad hit. And again, like I said after the game, I don't think any player tries to hurt a player in our league here, but that was a blindside bad hit.
I mean, do you feel like, I don't know if you're going to want to answer this, but do you feel like in that sort of situation when it's a bad hit, they have to consider the end result that he hit his head on the ice? Because he didn't necessarily hit him on the head.
Well, that's where I think it got clouded for them. Is you're always that type of penalty when you're looking for a major. It's a hit to the head, right? It wasn't a hit to the head, as you're saying. It wasn't a hit to the head on the original hit, but it was a blindside hit that ends up banging his head off the ice. I think that needs to come into periphery of that rule of a hit to a head. If it's a blindside and he's doing nothing but going down to the ice and he hits his head there, which was, you see his head bounce off the ice. I just thought that needed to be brought into consideration. And, Danny talked to George. We went through the whole thing. They came up with what, and we just moved by it. There's nothing else we can do. We're not going to complain about it. I think they need to readjust that rule in my mind, take the overall situation that happened, and then you can determine what goes on.
Yeah, John, I just want to ask you, Saturday night, I know you guys are otherwise engaged, but you have deep roots in Columbus from your time there. They had the outdoor game at Ohio Stadium. I'm just wondering if you had a chance to see any of the spectacle,
No.
what it meant, what
No.
you think it means for that organization, for hockey there.
I'm more involved in other stuff than, No, I did not.